Hi, this is Scott talking. Anne has asked me to give you a little tour of the house so you can get a feel for how things have changed around here. Some things have not changed. Here's the old shed. We have it chock full of boats and canoes and kayaks. And Anne's dad's old birch bark canoe has been excavated from the old basement, and here it hangs. So when we built this house, we tried to mix the old and be respectful to its history, and then also try to be energy efficient. Sorry for the bouncy video here. I don't have one of those steady cams yet. And then also respect the past and be energy efficient and more modern. Here's Emma. Here's the little island. I don't know if you remember that. We added some rocks. Anne's dad put these cedar logs here, and we decided to keep them there. A pot to plant seasonal stuff. So the first thing that's new here, we built the garage. I think Paul said it's the first time a garage has been built that's been actually used as a garage. We tried to have it duplicate the house with big overhangs and stained cedar. We did all the staining ourselves, and we thought that would be just sort of a nice little adventure, and it turned out to be more work than we thought. I'll zoom in here. We had a bear visit the other night, so it tipped over some garbage cans, did some more things up the hill. And I'll pan around here to the left, and you can see the house. I have to move a little bit. It's right in the same footprint as the old house. Actually, it's a little bit smaller. You can see the deck extending out to the left there. That's where the old front of the house was. We wanted to have a deck there, so we actually moved the house back about 8 feet, the footprint back. Let's see. Well, you can see the solar panels on the top. We'll talk about that a little bit later. There's sort of a bump out for where the kitchen is. Oh, and our new dog is singing for you. He's Aramis. Aramis is named after the third baseman of the Chicago Cubs. I don't know why we would have chosen that name. So I'm gonna walk around here after we say hello to Aramis. We just did some landscaping last year. It looks like a war zone because spring has not yet arrived. In fact, we still have some snow on the ground. Here's Aramis. He's a good boy. And here's the porch. Let me just zoom in on a couple details here. We put up a rain barrel with a rain chain. Maybe it's been out a month. It's a little bit ambitious. And here's a doorbell. We actually have a doorbell in the theme. And here's one example of how we tried to stay true to the history of the house. Here's Anne's dad's old symbol that we imprinted into the porch. Good boy. We have flower boxes here that the dogs try to destroy. Here's still the rice drying. I'm sorry, I'm panning too quickly. The rice drying racks. We haven't had much luck with rice. Okay. So here's one of the gas meters. Isn't this exciting? The gas meter, the electric meter. We use a lot less. We had to have natural gas piped in here to take advantage of the energy credits, and we use a lot less natural gas than we used propane because of the solar panels. Here's the backyard. We have a, might be hard to see, screened in porch off the bedroom. We'll take a tour of the inside too. We have another deck over here that's got a hot tub on it. Here's the back of the solar panels. You can see there's a stairway coming out the back. We'll have to do this again when the plants are in bloom. If you're at all not bored to tears after this. We'll go down some stone steps here. This is the part of the house that faces the river. And there's a deck off the living room and an entryway into the basement. We still have the same pier. Well, maybe it's not the same pier since you've been here. There's a heron. I don't know if you can see it or hear it over the dog barking. I planted some wood duck houses. I installed some wood duck houses, and we've had some pairs of wood ducks around, so I'm hoping that they're making good use. Sort of a pan of the river and the marsh. Not much vegetation is up yet. Aramis is sounding vexed. I'll pan back up to the house. This was sort of one of my favorite views as the construction was going on. Yes, there's some anguish on the front porch. Well, that's the outside. We'll give you a tour of the inside. Thanks.